Okay, good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Wednesday, the third day of April in the year of our Lord 2019. The left runs to the claim that they are the ones who care. They are the ones who help people and do help people in their time of need. But the truth is shown, and this is quite actually not true. We have heard all about how the heartland states are almost all, if not all conservative, have had the Democrats refusing help to them. From Conservative Tribune comes the two that I will talk about today. Democrats turn petty politics to help keep relief funding away from the heartland states. Published yesterday. There's this. Of the many things that the Democrats have criticized President Trump over, the narrative that the Trump administration offered up incomplete disaster relief to the island territory of Puerto Rico following back to hurricanes in 2017 ranks near the top of the most disingenuous. Resources and rescue operatives from the federal government had been pre-staged and rushed into Puerto Rico almost immediately after the storms had passed, and the islands have received tens of billions of dollars in federal aid to assist the recovery efforts over the several months since that time. Yet, Puerto Rico remains a complete mess and has made minimal progress in the recovery efforts over the same time frame. And Democrats seem intent on not only blaming the disastrous aftermath on Trump, but also using the island's poor recovery as a political cudgel against the president, when it was nothing of the sort. It was pretty much the infrastructure in place in Puerto Rico that caused what is still going on there. The Senate Democrats, with the help of a few Republicans, managed to kill a bill that would have provided billions in disaster relief funding for the Midwest states, inundated with severe flooding due to recent strong storm systems and snowmelt from the spring thaw that has raised river and creek levels to dangerous heights, Fox News reported. The purported reason for the death of that bill, which failed by a vote of 44-49, was the fact that Democrats had demanded an extra $700 million in disaster relief for Puerto Rico, on top of an unspecified amount of disaster aid for the island already included in the measure, folks. That money was theoretically supposed to go toward rebuilding the island's damaged water systems. Democrats had also demanded that the Trump administration unlock previously appropriated funds destined for the island's recovery efforts, though it is unclear how much, if any, of that relief has been held up by the administration. It's mostly been held up by the administration of the Puerto Rican government. Florida Senator Marco Rubio said in a tweet that Democrats had turned disaster funding into a partisan issue, while Republican Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley decried Democratic hypocrisy in lamenting Washington political games out on the campaign trail while engaging in such games while in Washington itself. In other words, when their people need help had better come, or all hell will break loose in the form of people who needing help not getting any at all, if their politics are not the way they should be or left-leaning. The other story that I have for you today is one of selfless concern for people. And no, this one is not about what people believe, but a true concern for people. And no, the person concerned is not a Democrat. It's hard. No, impossible not to love Gary Sinise. The television and movie star famous for his roles in Forrest Gump and CSI New York could easily be yet another arrogant celebrity, but instead he's dedicated much of his life to a worthy cause, helping America. Sinise has made headlines for his work with groups such as USO and the Lieutenant Dan Band, a musical group which goes on tour to entertain deployed troops. But just when you thought Lieutenant Dan himself couldn't get any cooler, he one-ups himself. Join me in sharing our hashtag all 1.5M in support of first responders to the Gary Sinise Foundation, 1.18 to 2.18. Visit and share allourthanks.com. Not long ago, the Gary Sinise Foundation went above and beyond the call of duty to assist a former U.S. Army Special Forces veteran who needed helping hands or feet. Sergeant First Class Caleb Brewer joined the Green Berets in 2012, but was seriously injured whilst on deployment in 2015, reported Neusner. He lost both of his legs and thereafter suffered from blood clots, infections, and a traumatic brain injury. Another warrior is home on behalf of everyone at the Gary Sinise Foundation. Welcome home, Brewer family. Army strong. The blast could have easily killed him, but Brewer fought for life. He survived and now lives in Arizona, yet, as you can imagine, returning home to a normal life after not only combat, but also losing both legs is a serious challenge. But now that difficult road is just a bit easier thanks to Sinise. The Forrest Gump star made sure that suitable housing wouldn't be something Caleb would have to worry about, Neusner continued. Through the Gary Sinise Foundation, he reached out a helping hand, encouraged Caleb to apply to the RISE, or Restoring Independence Supporting Empowerment program, which aims to build specially adapted smart homes and adapted vehicles for wounded vets, the outlet explained. The assistance of Sinise's group, Sergeant Brewer and his family moved into a specially designed house earlier this year. Many aspects of the home are designed to make life more manageable for the man who gave 2 legs for his country. The house includes smartphone-controlled functions such as checking who's at the door, adjusting the volume of the stereo, opening and shutting the blinds, as well as tilted mirrors, pocket doors, and a host of other features, Neusner said. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. I have said and proved this one before. Democrats only care for themselves and then maybe some of their most important benefactors. You know, the rich who will always give to their cause in the form of money. But if you don't have millions and billions to give to the Democrats, sooner or later they will turn on you. And when they do, it isn't going to be a pretty sight. But the right is more compassionate, not looking for fame or fortune on what he did. Gary Sinise has done what any one of us here on the right would have done if we had the resources to do it. He helped a vet who came back from war after losing his legs and then having a bunch of other things wrong, including a brain injury. Remember that congressional baseball game where conservatives were shot and the left didn't wish them well? This is the kind of person the left hates, someone who will help people just to help them. God bless people like this, folks. We need way, way more of them in Washington, D.C., and way, way less of the likes of Pelosi, Waters, Schumer, and O'Rourke. Now, Sinise is making sure that real veterans find the same positives, and for that, we salute him. At least we on the right do anyway. Thank you for being here. We are here to push the facts that the lying, liberal, lamestream media leaves out. Facts that change the story from what is right to what the left wants, which is never right anymore. Truth, justice, and the American way are the things that will continue to keep America a good country and great, and the left doesn't want that. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as always, we will not be ruled. Have a safe and blessed day.